All right, everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive with me? Today we're tackling remakes.
Remakes, huh? Those are always a gamble, aren't they?
They really are. I mean, sometimes they totally nail it, but then other times it's like, why did they even bother?
Right, like you're just messing with something that was already good.
Exactly, and that's what makes this one so interesting. We're looking at My Fault. London?
London?
Yeah, it's a remake of the Spanish film Culpa Mia.
Oh, okay.
And get this, the review we found actually says they like the remake better.
Whoa, hold on, seriously, they like the remake more?
I know, right? Like, color me intrigued. It's not every day you see a remake getting that kind of praise. What about you? Have you ever come across a remake that you actually thought was better than the original?
That's a tough one. I mean, it's hard to beat the original magic sometimes, you know? But I'm definitely open to being surprised.
Totally. So let's break this down. My Fault, London, for those who haven't heard of it, is based on a Wattpad series.
Ah, Wattpad, the birthplace of so many, stories.
Exactly. It's a whole online world where people share their writing. And this one blew up. It follows this American girl, Noah, who moves to London because her mom marries this rich British guy.
Okay, classic setup. I'm sensing some drama coming.
Oh, there's definitely drama. Because, of course, she meets her new stepbrother, Nick, who is, you guessed it, brooding and mysterious and, well, you can pretty much guess where this is going.
The forbidden romance trope. Always a crowd pleaser.
It's a classic for a reason. But here's the thing. This whole Wattpad connection, it's smart from a movie-making perspective. You've got this built-in fan base, people who are already obsessed with the story and the characters.
True, you're tapping into a ready-made audience, but that also comes with its own set of challenges, right? You got to please those existing fans while also trying to bring something new to the table.
100%. But here's where it gets juicy. The reviewer we're looking at, they actually didn't like the original Spanish film, Culpa Mia. They thought it was okay, but nothing special. But then they watched My Fault, London, and they were like, wait a minute, this is actually good.
So what are they saying is different about the remake?
Well, apparently, My Fault, London takes a different approach to the romance. Like, instead of that instant, fiery, can't keep their hands off each other kind of thing that Culpa Mia had, they slow it down. They build up the characters, let the chemistry simmer.
That's interesting. So it's more of a slow burn then.
Exactly. It makes you wonder, what makes a romance movie really work? Is it that instant spark? Or is it the anticipation, the slow build? What do you think?
I think it depends on what you're looking for, right? Sometimes you want that instant gratification, that whirlwind romance, but other times it's the journey, the gradual development of feelings that really pulls you in.
Totally. And maybe that's one of the reasons why this remake is resonating with people. They took a different route, and it seems to be paying off. Speaking of things paying off, let's talk about the actors. The reviewer was raving about Asha Banks, who plays Noah, and Matthew Broome, who plays Nick.
Broome, wasn't he in that period drama The Buccaneers?
Yes. He played this super straight-laced character, and now he's this edgy, motorcycle-riding bad boy.
That's a pretty big jump. Shows his range, though.
Right, it's like they totally transformed him. But what really matters is that the chemistry between him and Banks is amazing. Even if it takes a little time to really ignite, you can feel that there's something there.
Yeah, the chemistry between the leads can make or break a romance movie. You can have the best script in the world, but if the sparks aren't flying, it's just not going to work.
Exactly. Now, another thing the review highlights is how My Fault, London streamlines the story. They focus more on Noah and Nick, their relationship and Noah's personal struggles, and they give less screen time to some of the side characters.
So they're really zeroing in on that core relationship. Makes sense.
Yeah, and they also seem to have a bit of fun with the whole thing. The reviewer mentioned that it leans into those cheesy romance tropes, but in a way that's self-aware, almost like they're winking at the audience.
Oh, I like that. It's like they're acknowledging the potential for melodrama, but not taking themselves too seriously. That can make it more enjoyable for the viewers, too.
Absolutely. So the big question, is it worth watching? The reviewer gives it 3 out of 5 stars. They call it entertaining and say it's definitely one for those who love angsty romance with a bit of depth. They even gave shout-outs to the fashion and the car scenes.
The cars, huh? Always a good addition. But, you know, this whole thing makes you think about what really makes a good remake. Is it being super faithful to the original, or is it about taking that story and doing something fresh and interesting with it?
That's a great point. It seems like My Fault London is going for the latter. So we've talked about the plot, the characters, the changes, the overall vibe, but now it's your turn. What do you think? Would you be more interested in watching My Fault London after this deep dive? Let us know, especially if you've seen the original.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what other people think, especially those who are familiar with the Wattpad series.
Right. Did the remake capture the essence of the story? Did they do the characters justice? Who knows? Maybe this deep dive will inspire some of you to check out the world of Wattpad and find your next cinematic obsession. There are tons of stories out there just waiting to be discovered. All right, that's it for us today. Catch you on the next deep dive.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.